Jalapeno. Jalapeno. Jalapeno.
Guess who just went through the whole weekly without hitting the record button for the second time this week? This guy. Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and just to throw it out again, and it seems like shameless self-promotion, but I have been doing quite a bit of live streaming over on Twitch. Monday Fwoosh Live, we catch up on the things I missed during the weekly, or things that happened over the weekend, because lately, it's every day. Twee news. Bah. Wednesday is AEW Watch Along, watch some wrestling, talk some toys. And even on Sundays, I'm playing golf on the PlayStation very badly, but still talking toys. Chatting with everybody that pops in, you know, good old Tom. Twitch.tv/thefwoosh, but I understand that it's a whole other realm. It's another app. It's somewhere else you have to sign up. If you're not into that and like to stay on YouTube, I will be streaming some of that to my personal YouTube page. I know, there's a perfectly good YouTube channel right here, but you can't mess with the almighty algorithm. I like the schedule as it is. Over there, I'm just random content. Essentially what it comes down to is I'm talking toys all the time in other places. Here, there, everywhere. Speaking of talking toys, though, I don't know what I'm doing here. Just to touch back on the 80s Commanders from last week, Ramen Toys has posted prettier promotional pictures, giving us a better idea of what they're going for. Air Force Commander has several attachments suitable for flight. Naval Commander is equipped for water maneuverability. Finally, Armor Commander is land-based, so he possesses the proper firepower to make up for the lack of mobility. Yeah, it's essentially the same figure 3 times over, but the colors and accessories do a lot to differentiate them. I can only hope that there is someday a cartoon based on these because they just look fun. Maybe throw in some villains that are half robot and have these arms that do some crazy flailing around and that there sarcasm, boys. If you're interested in the project, I have a link to the Ramen Toys Facebook page in the description, or just hunt them up on Twitter because they're showing pictures there too. Once the Zack Snyder Justice League cut was released and people started going, hey, pretty damn good, thoughts drifted over to Mezco's 1/12 Collective Flash that they showed off a couple of years ago. Whatever happened to that thing? Now would be the perfect time to release it. Well, Mezco thought the same thing, but Barry ain't releasing alone. The Justice League Deluxe Steel box set also includes Superman and Batman. These two seem to be a lot of reuse from their Batman vs. Superman versions, just in slightly tweaked colors, maybe a different texture here or there, some extra abs, I-beams, mother boxes. And speaking of mother boxes, it seems like a missed opportunity to not put all 3 in this set. 3 figures, 3 mother boxes. Maybe they have plans for more Justice League something release in the near future? The joints on Flash stick out at you because we're so used to the 1/12 Collective figures' joints being covered in cloth. But I can understand why they couldn't go that direction here. Cloth suit, lots of armor plates on top of it. They had to do it this way to keep it from being too bulky. But there is some cloth in places here. Crotchal region. $260, ships early 2022. But Mezco isn't the only DC game in town. If you're a Justice League fan and a collector of Lord Todd's DC Multiverse line, you'll be pleased to know that the maskless Batman that was leaked a week or so ago is an Entertainment Earth exclusive. Well, I say that thinking, oh, fairly large online collectibles store, just put your pre-order in and wait. You don't have to go to stores, hunt things down, scalpers, but it's already pre-sold out. So what do I know? Same body as the standard version, different head that looks nothing like Ben Affleck, but looks like a good Bruce Wayne head. I don't know how that works. $23 set for June. Maybe it'll pop back into stock as time gets closer. They get extra stock, something. McFarlane also posted official promotional images for their DC Multiverse Last Night on Earth variant Wonder Woman with Helmet of Fate. Helmet of Fate. Helmet of Fate. I still don't know this storyline, but I like the look here. There's some DC alternate reality redesigns that I don't go for, but I like a lot of the Wonder Woman stuff because they keep those base elements and just tweak things. It's not a completely different look with a Batman logo slapped on the chest. No release details yet. We're just waiting and seeing. Something interesting did happen on Target.com, though, besides something being in stock. We talked about their exclusive DC Multiverse Batman Futures End Build-A-Figure Shriek getting a regular release, but on the pre-order page on Target.com, they just showed the same pictures without the Build-A-Figure pieces. Those pictures were updated this week to show that Shriek actually comes with an unmasked head. This is good if you were wanting something like this, an actual variant of the exclusive, but if you pre-ordered this thinking you were getting a cheaper version of the exact same figure from the exclusive wave, you need to go back to Target.com, cancel this, order the other one. At least both were still in stock last time I looked. But that means the two revealed figures for the Build-A-Figure wave, Batman Beyond and Shriek, now have variants with different parts. What does that mean for the other two figures in this wave? The exclusive Batwoman Beyond has the red and black costume, easy enough to release the blue and black costume as the standard. And even though Todd showed a comic book page for Blight where he's in some kind of big armor power suit looking thing, the silhouette on the back of the boxes actually have a thinner form, an actual head, some kind of like shirt or suit, jacket, something on the torso, so, who knows. Back in the present though, if you want maskless Shriek, it's $20, ships in July. Heretic! Promotional images for the McFarlane Toys Warhammer 40k Blood Angels Primaris Lieutenant dropped this week. I wasn't reading that was completely from memory. And there it is, looking all armory and knifey and stabby and shooty and just Warhammery overall. I still haven't laid hands on this line, but as an outsider looking in, it looks like a nice chunk of plastic for the price. Nice sculpt, clean paint. It's one of those things that I've left up to fate. If I find it in a store, I'm gonna pick it up because I'm interested, but not interested enough in the property to actually pre-order it and pay for shipping and the weight and everything. You know how it is. It's one of those things where you're trying to keep your spending in check unless something happens. There's, oh, if I reach this level, I'll do this and this. And This is a gold label release, so Walmart exclusive. If you go to the McFarlane site, which I have linked in the description, it has a link over to Walmart.com, but for some reason, Walmart has stuck me into an I'm not a robot loop. I check it, and I click all the stoplights, and then I verify, and it sends me back. I click it, I find all the crosswalks, doesn't work. I find all the buses, it doesn't work. I don't think I'm a robot. Am I a robot? Finishing off the McFarlane toy news, because we just haven't talked about Todd enough today, here is the Mortal Kombat Lord Covenant spawn. I wasn't interested in this until Dave on Monday Foosh Live said, isn't that Foosh colors? And now I need it. That's not all for the week though. There's also the Mortal Kombat Curse of Apocalypse spawn. This is a gold label release. Again, Walmart exclusive, and explains the gold. I don't play the game, so I don't know if it's an actual skin from there, but there you go. So now we have basic, we have blueberry, there's lemon, and to cap it all off, there's cherry cheesecake. Am I missing any? Keeping with the video games, no. When we saw the updated tease for the Storm Collectibles Samurai Showdown Nakaruru, we should have known that the solicitation was right around the corner. Here's more images showing off the figure in all its painted glory, and I was actually caught off guard by the simplicity. And I don't mean simplicity in a bad way. It's just that these days we're so used to having so much detail and so much paint thrown at action figures, and if it's cloth, we gotta have the texture and the wrinkles and the flowiness and everything, and you gotta throw paint on here and then shade it. This is beautifully plain. That's the wrong words. Beautifully, well, I'm going to say simple again, even though it has some intricate paint. You know what I'm trying to say here. It's just a neat design. And as I always say, Storm Collectibles getting another female figure, not a bad thing. 3 head sculpts, 3 hairstyles, hands, sword with effects, and even the hawk has interchangeable parts for either perched or flying positions. $90 estimated Q3 of this year. Storm Collectibles also dropped a tease for their Ultra Street Fighter 4 Evil Ryu. I of course recognize the character in the franchise, but as always, Robo don't know fighting games. Why is Ryu evil? Was his heart removed by a demon? Is it a faulty clone? Did he finally give up the endless cycle of battle only to be pulled back because of the crushing emptiness inside, and then he just falls further and faster and harder than ever before? Did he die and was reanimated? Because you can't leave a street without a fighter. Becomes corrupted on the inside, shows it on the outside? Have I just given DC more storyline ideas for Batman? Or are those storylines that they've already used and I don't know because I don't keep track of all that? Either way, Evil Ryu. Soon. Here's a surprise that came out of nowhere, which out of nowhere is kind of the definition of surprise. So somebody get my writing staff on the phone. I'm sick of this sloppiness. Anyway, I woke up one morning this week to my Facebook friend Tac Tac sending me pictures of this. And in my pre-caffeine days, I thought, who the hell's Wally? I didn't know Waldo was called Wally overseas, and I didn't know that this would translate so well into action figure form. Recently, Blitzway got their Inspector Gadget figure into customers' hands, and even though I didn't get it myself, I've been hearing very good things. And that's really the best strategy for a toy company to use. Build goodwill and confidence by releasing a kick-ass action figure and then quickly following it up with what looks like another one. It just seems like the simplistic design and engineering go hand in hand here. Neither are overpowering the other. And while it is pricey, which we saw with the Inspector Gadget, there are two options, a regular and a deluxe. For $100, the deluxe version comes with quite a bit of accessories, including Woof the dog. But again, the cheaper standard version, $60, is stripped down a bit. From what I can tell, it comes with the cane, the bag, and the stand that you can decorate a bit. Both are supposed to hit in December, links in the description. It's become tradition for NECA on Turtle Tuesdays to tease us with something Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this week, no different. Here's a little glance at the Secret of the Ooze Ultimate Shredder. Now, I haven't seen this movie since, I'm thinking, the 90s. I watched the first one quite a bit. The second one, not so much. Have never seen the third. And I don't remember it, but the look in the second movie was essentially the first movie Shredder, purple costume, different helmet. To further the anticipation, Randy even posted a video of the head sculpt getting painted up, and movie stuff. Not sure when we'll see more information on this. There is quite a few TMNT things releasing and ahead of this. But who knows, as soon as this video goes up, they may announce more information. Or next Tuesday, or next week, or a month from now. I don't know. But that is not the huge news out of the NECA offices this week. Oh no, they damn near broke the internet with the reveal of the Gargoyles Ultimate Goliath. And the way they did this reveal, mwah. You know gargoyles, they come to life at night, so why not reveal the initial picture at night? Most of the time, domestic toy news happens in the morning around noon, but nope, not this one. I think it was 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Central, somewhere in there. And people lost their shit. After seeing the picture, we thought, oh, it's the usual NECA tease reveal. We won't see anything for a week or two. But nope, next morning, more pictures. Along with the words that everyone wanted to hear, and I'm going to read them because I want to say it exact. Coming this summer, everywhere. Pre-orders start today. And the masses rejoiced. It's not an exclusive to some store that wants you in their stores. They won't put the damn pre-orders on their website. We are expected to go in, go looking, and then, hey, if we don't buy that, we'll buy something else on the way out. But 95% of us do not do that. We go straight to that rack and go, yep, nothing, out. And sure enough, pre-orders went up that afternoon without a hitch. 8 inches tall, alternate hands, alternate faceplate, book, jalapeno, $30. Which is a hell of a deal for what you get here. Big figure, big impressive wings, some accessories, beautifully painted. Yeah, $30. It's just a great looking figure that skews away from the animated aesthetic, which I did see complaints about, but here we can take this and fit it in with all our other displays. The only thing I feel that it's missing is a cape, where he used to take his wings, clasp them in the front, have a more regal, calm look. And maybe this one will do that. You can see hinges on the claws up there, but I don't think it'll lay down. If nothing else, Goliath being who he is, the leader, main character of the show, maybe there's a deluxe ultimate version down the road that comes with swappable parts. And it was later that very day that Randy tweeted, the response was phenomenal, and they had already completed 5 more prototypes for this line, and more in development. I hope this is a long haul, because there are so many characters to be made here. I'm not the biggest Gargoyles fan, but that looks amazing. I need it, and July can't get here fast enough. Last week we saw the debut of Hasbro Star Wars Black Series comic book fan favorites line, and the big topic of discussion, besides is that Bucky O'Hare, was whether or not this is Karn or Jax. I wasn't sure if it was the character in a uniform that I hadn't seen in the comics, or if this was Kir Kanos. Well, turns out This is Kyrkanos. Hasbro quickly amended the blurbs on Pulse and StarWars.com to apologize for the error. Honestly, speaking for myself, I just want the action figure goodness inside. I don't care about the words on the trash around my plastic, but some collectors aren't as forgiving. To that point, Hasbro, those arms are completely wrong. It should be black sleeves, gauntlets. Feels like a playday in the future. I need to start hunting some arms down. Either way, it seems like it's too late for any take-backsies because YakFace.com is reporting Carner Jax and Darth Maul is hitting Canada right now. Looks like these are going to hit mitts sooner rather than later. I had this teeny tiny morsel of G.I. Joe Classified Series news last week in the folder, ready to go. Completely missed it. And really, it's not even actually action figure news. It's more like potential action figure news. 80stees.com posted this Major Blood shirt a couple of weeks ago, and the artwork matches the aesthetic we see on the back of the boxes for the G.I. Joe Classified series. In fact, Major Blood was added to the back of the box for Lady J and Flint, but this is a bit more detailed. It has some extra things, a closer look. So is this what the potential figure of Major Blood that we may or may not get gonna look like? Am I this hard up for G.I. Joe Classified Series news? Yes. Finally, last week, Hasbro teased a Fortnite Victory Royale reveal for this week, and they weren't playing around. Now available on Pulse is the Foundation Zero Crisis Edition, and it looks like a good start to the line. From what I can tell, accurate to what we see in the game, or at least the video leading up to the game, and there's double elbows, double knees, looks like ball joints in the mid-torso at the waist. Hard to see if there's butterfly joints, and I don't know what's going on at the feet, but this is a digital render, and things can change in the year-long wait for this to release. That's right, April 2022. When I first saw it, I thought, April? That's next month. Are we getting Fortnite figures earlier than I thought? Nope. It is weird that they're showing and soliciting figures this early, though. You would think there would be some kind of no-compete, because Jazwares has the license for the rest of this year. Kind of like McFarlane didn't show anything DC-related until Mattel's license popped over to him. But this is Big Bad Hasbro, so I guess whatever you want. Two things, though. Includes cape back bling and umbrella glider, but no weapons. Not shown, not listed. And I don't play Fortnite, so maybe this character doesn't use weapons, or he's his own weapon, but then why include trigger finger hands? And that lack of accessories brings us to the second thing. The $40 price point. Seems a bit expensive. In the video, the Foundation is larger than Jonesy, but is that size difference enough to justify a $40 price point? We saw that same price for Snake Eyes, who was all reuse, some new weapons, but some pretty packaging. And the description for the Foundation does say something about exclusive packaging that matches the rest of the 7 figures, which makes me think, oh, they're already working on those. But it also makes me think we're paying for some fancy-ass packaging. Didn't slow my pre-ordering finger, though. It was all just click. I'm willing to give any new toy line a test drive, even if I have to wait a year to do it. And that's it for this week, I think. If I missed anything, we'll swing back around next Monday on Twitch, next Saturday on the Weekly here. If you're interested in seeing any of these pictures up close without me all, I am not a robot. I do not think. I'll be posting all of those, plus links to pre-orders, more information on the Fwoosh front page Saturday at noon. But if you can't wait that long, links in the description. Oh, and I'm gonna have to turn my brain into getting used to saying Fortnite Victory Royale series. The first and second time that I've shot this, both times I said Hasbro Fortnite Legendary Series, and then I had to go back because it sounds right, but it's completely wrong. I'm one of those guys who writes and says the wrong year until about July, August, and then I'm like, oh, it is 2021, and then 2022 happens directly after that, and then another 6-7 months I'm completely wrong again. If you enjoyed this Fwoosh Weekly, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus. If you're interested in seeing videos early or just in a position to help out the channel, patreon.com. But wherever you may be watching this, I'll always catch you on the Fwoosh. And yes, before anybody asks, I know there were some Falcon and Winter Soldier Marvel Legends leaks, giving us a look at some characters' costumes and the Build-A-Figure, but honestly, I've gotten to where I don't really want to get all spoiled with stuff like that. I'd much rather wait until we get the pretty promotional shots, and there's plenty of other stuff to talk about until then.